Welcome to the Philippines. I love this place. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. With over 7,000 islands, it's full of tropical beaches, lush landscapes, and some of the most wonderful people you'll ever meet. Unfortunately, it's also home to a high level of poverty. Of the over 100 million people that live in this country, 26 million of them live in poverty. Claus, Bauer, and I have decided that we're going to help one of these families. Evelyn de la Cruz and her 5 children live on under $2 a day. She's a widow who washes clothes for a living and barely makes enough to get by. We've decided that we're going to head to Manila, buy a tricycle, or a trike, which is used as a taxi service in the Philippines, and we're going to drive it 800 kilometers across the country, where we'll ultimately end up in San Isidro and give it to the family. This should help them pull themselves out of poverty and lead to a better life. We're looking forward to exploring the country, getting to see more of the sights, the sounds, and the food, and also helping out people along the way. When we were in the research stage of this project, we met with Evelyn and her family. We wanted to check out where they lived, how they lived, and the condition of their home. While there, we noticed that her 8-year-old daughter, Janet, had blue lips. It was a concern because her father died from heart disease 5 years ago, and this wasn't a good sign. We sent Janet to see a specialist, and it turns out she has a hole in her heart. She needs surgery. We returned home and began a fundraising campaign to help pay for the life-saving surgery. We raised over $16,000 and left Vancouver with a new goal: to help Janet get the surgery she needs, and then to donate the tricycle so that they could live better, healthier lives. We're here in Manila now, and we're excited to get started. Today we're meeting Evelyn and Janet. We've gotten an appointment with her surgeon, and we need to start work on the tricycle. What was that all about?
Well, I spoke with Janet's doctor, and she's saying that the heart surgery won't be able to be scheduled for a year. And that's not going to happen. I'd be surprised if she could last a year. So we'll have to figure out something else. I think probably the best way forward is I'm going to have to talk to some people that I know that have had similar medical treatments, and talk to them and see what they did. Plan B. And if plan B doesn't work, then we have to go with plan C and so on and so forth. So we'll see. But it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, it's not going to happen. I will say this, is that I saw her in January. And, she looked, you could tell she wasn't healthy, but she's definitely, she wasn't really thin or anything. And so now, she can't walk for very long periods of time, and she's really, really skinny. So her health is definitely deteriorating, and that's why I'm saying, I think a year would be too long. Yeah. Last night I spoke to a couple people that have had similar medical issues, and they recommend we go see this doctor called Dr. Lopez, and he's in the same hospital that Janet got her diagnosis in. And so his clinic is from 10 a.m. till noon, and Janet's been there since 5 a.m. because they really want to see him, and we're going to go join them.
This is an obstruction here, going to the lungs.
So this definitely requires surgery.
Definitely. That's the only thing we can do, offer here. No medication.
What do you recommend? How soon this surgery should be done?
As soon as you're ready, clearance from
the dentist.
And clearance. I have to look at the X-ray. So this is what they were alluding to, this area. This should be clear like that.
Okay.
So there is an infection. I'll have to treat it here.
Okay.
Probably because this might be TB.
Ah, okay.
So we have to wait for several months of
Okay.
treatment, okay?
Okay. So she'll have to take another medicine to clear this. Okay.
It's disappointing that it's going to take a few months for this chest infection to clear, but at least we're leaving Janet in good hands. Claus and I need to get started on the trike. It's being built here in Manila and we want to check in on the progress. Our goal is to leave in a couple days, so hopefully everything is coming along nicely and we can hit the road. So the first step is having our tricycle built here in Manila. So we've got to buy the motorbike and then have the carriage built as well and then ultimately attached. So while we're here, we're going to make sure that all of that gets done so that we can hit the road.
This is where I'll be sitting. Right here. Looks good, doesn't it?
It's looking like they're going to be done by tomorrow morning. So we're going to get up really early and hit the road. We want to beat the traffic and get to Tagaytay by the afternoon. We're aiming to meet Janet, her mom, and their family back in San Isidro in 2 weeks. So we're excited to get started.
We are ready to grab our tricycle and start our first day. Hope everything goes well. We're leaving very early so to hopefully beat the traffic and reach Tagaytay.
One thing we weren't ready for with this trike was how much it shakes and moves. When you hit the gas or the brakes, it really wants to pull or push either direction. So it's a bit of a struggle, but it's part of the adventure. We'll get used to it. It's only day one.
So our first stop, this is Lake Taal, and we are going to the smallest volcano in the world, the smallest active volcano in the world. So this is Mount Taal, second most active volcano in the Philippines. Hasn't erupted since 1977, but they say it's due, so we're hoping not today.
Today was one of the better Tuesdays I've ever had. We woke up in the middle of Manila and drove a tricycle to a lake. We took a boat across the lake to a volcano, rode tiny horses up the volcano, and then flew a drone. It was a pretty cool day.
Up at 6 a.m. again, because we have to catch a ferry to go to the next island, which is called Mindoro. So we need to catch the ferry by 10 a.m. And we found out the fender came loose. And so he welded that together. And then there's a big, huge suspension piece right down here. And it kind of connects to the front of the tricycle with a huge bolt. And the bolt was gone. So thank God he found it. And, it's going to be safer from now on.
Turns out we've grossly underestimated how much traffic there'd be today on the way to Batangas. About 1 million other people are on their way there too.
Help me. Won't somebody help me? Help me. Won't somebody help me? I've been all around the world.
This trip has really opened a lot of doors for us. We got to talking to one of the crew members, and once he found out what we were up to, he introduced us to the captain and crew. They were interested in finding out more about us, about our trip, and about Janet. It was great to share stories with these guys. They were yet another example of how hospitable Filipinos can be. As we were coming into dock, we saw a security guard chase a group of kids into the water. He was carrying a stick and he had a dog. It was something straight out of a cartoon. The kids are all down there to catch coins thrown to them from the passengers on the ferry. They swallow them and then fish them out the next day.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Just like that, we're on the road again. We've got about an hour and a half to Puerto Galera, so we're going to enjoy this last little ride, and then we're going to relax, Klaus's body is taking a bit of a beating on the trike, so we're going to take it easy and get a couple things done to the trike while we're there. Puerto Galera is our first stop in Mindoro. It's quite a picturesque little spot, so we're going to check it out a little, we're going to rest, and we've got a couple design ideas in mind for our trike. We've also got a couple friends that live here, so we're looking forward to meeting up with them.
I always enjoy showing people Puerto Galera. It's a diamond in the rough. You know, it's rugged beauty, and I just love the place.
So Rick and his family have really helped us out. They've shown us around the town. They've put us up for free. And they've also helped raise some funds for Janet's campaign.
We have hospitality for accepting foreigners in our house. And we're happy we're having nice people in our house, sharing some nice stories, so we're happy about that.
We're picking up our newly designed trike today, and we're really looking forward to seeing what it looks like.
I love it. Yeah, it looks great. Very nice, Richard.
We asked that they put the flags from all the people that donated from around the world on the side, as well as a mixture of the Canadian and Filipino flag on the roof.
Business in the front, party in the back. I love it. We are starting our road trip again after a couple of days of rest and relaxation in Puerto Galera. We went to a concert last night, had way too many, but it was a great time. And now we're having to pay the price. But, we're here to have fun, and we're also trying to do a good thing, and we want to show that you can have a good time while also helping other people. I feel like shit. Can I say that? This is Tamaraw Falls, and we're just outside of Puerto Galera. Tamaraw Falls is named after a kind of water buffalo, which is almost extinct, except for in this region. This is an exact replica of the Tamaraw water buffalo. Beautiful, isn't it?
Our top speed today is slow. There's no rush, there's no hurry. We're back together on the road again, and pretty soon we'll be in Pinamalayan. Our hotel has 360-degree views, so we're looking forward to just relaxing and taking it easy tonight.
Today we're in Pinamalayan, which is a small town just before Rojas in the middle of Mindoro. We're going to be on the road probably about 5-6 hours. And we're going to go to Bulalacao, which is where we know somebody who owns a kiteboarding school that's just newly opened there. And that's kind of a new sport for Mindoro. We're going to go there and check it out.
Today is one of the days I've been looking forward to the most since we started planning this trip. Bulalacao is supposed to be gorgeous. Once we get out of the city and the traffic, the road from Pinamalayan to Bulalacao is long but wide open. We're looking forward to the sights, to less traffic, and to the beach that's waiting for us at the end of the road. On a trip like this, when you're in control of your transportation, it's almost impossible not to stop and check out everything.
They have very big swords, so don't say anything stupid. The average Philippine household eats around 120 kilos of rice per year. They grow most of it themselves, and this is how a lot of it gets dried. You see this kind of rice drying all over the provinces. And when it rains, they sweep it up, put it in a bag, and wait till it dries again. So what is this, pork? Beef. This is beef. Okay. Have you guys heard of Food Safe? How long is the meat okay in the sun? 1 day. And then you have to cook it. That's how it is here.
I got it. Hey, I've been nice to you. He's charged me twice.
With Klaus's health intact, but tail between his legs, we set off for the final stretch for Boracay.
We're heading to Bislig Beach. We're not sure where we are, but we're definitely in the middle of nowhere. But it is beautiful.
After a few wrong turns and a little bit of doubt, we finally made it. We're now at Bislig Beach in Boracay, and it's breathtaking. Of all the incredible days we had on this trip, this one is at the top. It's amazing. We're gonna end today with a couple beers, get up nice and early tomorrow, go for a little hike, and check out the area. Back home, it's safe to say I am not a morning person. But here, I could get used to this. In a few hours, we're gonna leave Bislig Beach for Boracay. In the meantime, Catherine, the resort owner, is taking us on a walk that overlooks her resort. It's a great way to spend the morning and get ready for the travel ahead.
I'm Catherine, I'm from Germany. I lived many years in Boracay and I just moved to Mindoro. So this place is Bislig Beach and I opened in December a new kite center and resort here. I traveled a lot, but like Philippines is super friendly people. It's so diverse, the islands, you have beautiful beaches, and for kite surfing, it's perfect.
We are waiting for the ferry now on our way to Cateclan, where we're gonna park the cars and the trike and hang out on Boracay for a few days. I can't wait to get there, have a mango shake, mango margarita, and a couple beers. Turns out after hours of driving the trike, it's pretty nice to take a ferry. We can sit back, relax, and let the boat do all the work. And before we knew it, we were there.
We're on this little island called Boracay in the middle of the Pacific, waiting for Janet and her mom to come back from medical tests in Manila.
It's okay here. I guess we can put up with this for a few days.
Yeah, we're hoping Shaun makes it because right now he's on his 9th sunburn in only a couple of days.
That's not a joke. Seriously, sunburn once or twice every day. Relaxing and taking it easy are synonymous with this place. While we wait for Janet and her mom, we are gonna kick back, enjoy the sun, and take advantage of having the trike for a couple last days. We plan to get off the island for a day and explore. We want to check out what else is around here before we hear back and make our way to San Isidro. Filipinos may not be known for their baseball prowess, but they're definitely known for their hospitality and just how much fun they can have anywhere. We ran into a baseball game in the middle of nowhere. They welcomed us. Claus got to bat, hit the ugliest home run of your life, but it was just hilarious and enjoyable all around. It was such a fun little experience.
Good job! High five! Okay. Hi! Good job, thank you!
We heard back from Evelyn, and her and Janet have returned to San Isidro. So that means tomorrow morning we're heading down to give them the trike. It should be a pretty fun day. 10 days ago, we weren't sure what to expect from our little trike. It was a little sketchy at first, but we got used to it and became quite comfortable. In the end, it's taken us 800 kilometers across this beautiful country and shown us just how diverse and stunning the landscape is. The 3 islands that we traveled through were so beautiful that we constantly had to stop and take in our surroundings. The people are the most friendly that you'll ever come across. Every day we were greeted by smiling, welcoming faces. Starting an adventure like this isn't easy, but it sure helps when you have a lot of people supporting you. It's been a lot of work, but incredibly rewarding, and it's paid off with a lifetime of memories. Today we hand over the keys to our trike to the De La Cruz family and help them start a new page in their lives. We've put many things in place to give this venture as much a chance to succeed as we can, but now they'll have to take the lead.
How are you guys? Huh? Everything good? Good. Hi. All right, let me park your tricycle. All right, let's park it over here. I feel pretty awesome. You know what? I mean, this family is going to be able to live a little bit better, probably get electricity, and it's been a long journey. It's one of those things where, it's come to fruition and it's come to an end, which is kind of sad, but I'm hoping that they're able to, live a better life. How do you feel, Shaun?
Feel really good.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty happy right now.
Hey, it's been a long journey, a lot of work, but it's cool that we were able to pull this off. Very cool.
Yeah.
A lot has happened to Janet and her family in the last year. She had to have 11 teeth removed before she could have the surgery. The mouth has a lot of bacteria and germs in it, so it's important that she doesn't have any infections anywhere. Once her mouth was all cleared, she was able to get in and have the life-saving heart surgery. It's been a few months, she's been recovering well, and we're gonna see her today. She's back in school, and we're pretty excited to see her.
Very good.
Now say thank you.
Thank you. So next time,
Yeah, where to next?
Mexico, Africa, Cambodia. Where do you want to go?
I'd like to go to Africa.
Swaziland it is. See you there. My ass is getting hot.
Oh my god, it's on fire. Cut. Oh,